Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome along. Thank you for joining me this evening. Hope you are all well, and hopefully you're all in a much better mood than I am right about now. Because quite frankly, I am in a very bad mood to do with MOTs, cars, motor trade, and the place I used to work in, which seems to have rapidly gone downhill since I worked there. So yeah, I'm in a foul mood. I wouldn't say a foul mood. I'm all right. I'll be fine once I get into the swing of the quiz. I'll be fine. But yeah, my car went in for its MOT yesterday, and there was a little problem with it, and they were telling me I had to do all the running around and go and get everything sorted because they couldn't do anything. Yeah, it's a long, complicated story, but suffice to say, the car is still there. I've checked the MOT certificate. It has now passed today, and they've still not rung me to tell me it's ready. So yeah, and I used to work there and know quite a lot of the people in that building. So yeah, I'm very grumpy about it all at the moment. So we've been without a car since Wednesday. So we've been walking around, walking Jack to school and all sorts of other bits and pieces. So yeah, I'm a little bit grumpy, but I'll be fine in about 10 minutes. Well, in fact, I'll be fine now when I start talking to all of you lovely, wonderful people, which I'm going to do in just a moment. But if you are new, we get started in about 10 minutes time. 50 questions then, as always, for tonight. It's actually quite a fiendish quiz, I'll be honest. I've been looking at the scores and stuff. Now, I'd had all the answers set up for this, but I could have gone two ways with it, and he's quite. I think it's quite tricky tonight. I'll be honest. The connection round is very, very, very confusing. I'll be honest, but we'll come to all that later on. But let's start saying hello to some of you lovely people on the Facebook and Instagram shout out posts. Hello to Jeanette, John, and Laura Armstrong in Belfast. Good evening to you guys. Hope you are well. I've got a hot water bottle behind me, and it's actually a bit more hot than I thought it was going to be. Anyway, all right, there we go. Let's get rid of that. Oh, my chair's well warm now. Right, thank you. Hello to Mark Sherritt as well. Big thank you to you. Someone was asking if the quiz is every Thursday, to which Mark said, yeah, it's every Thursday and Saturday, and it's a fantastic quiz. So thank you very much for having my back there, Mark. Appreciate that. Hello to the newbies of Linda and Claire and the Bakewell Tarts of Claire and Brian. Happy birthday to Linda for tomorrow, which I'm sure with all of those guys, you're going to have an incredible day. I am sure you will. They will look after you and they will treat you well. Hello to Vera Lunn as well. Good evening to you. Hello to Liz, who says big shout out to St Catherine's Hospice, just been made redundant because of the lack of support from the government, but please everyone support your local hospice. They're amazing, and all over the country they are suffering. Deanne Phillips, we are going to beat you tonight. I like the fact that you've put the positive on there at the end. You know, you're going through something which is, you know, no one ever wants to have to go through, and then you've put the positive on there that you're still going to win the quiz, which I absolutely love. The positivity is great. But yeah, hope sort of the future looks rosy. You know, as we always say, when one door closes, another door will open for you somewhere, and I'm sure it will be. You'll be in a much better place once the dust settles, I am sure. Yeah, hello to Mike and Rose. Good evening to both of you. Hope you're good. Hello to Lynn. Hello, Glenn and Lynn will be doing the quiz this evening down in Saffron Walden with their good friends Kate and John, who they're staying with for a few days before heading back to Wakefield. They want to say a massive thank you to both Kate and John for being brilliant hosts. I'm assuming that's probably because they want to come back again. I would probably assume. You know, because if they said you're a rubbish host, then you wouldn't invite him again. So even if you have been rubbish, I'm assuming they're saying you're good anyway. Not that I'm saying you are rubbish. I'm really digging myself a big hole at the moment. I think you're brilliant. There we go. We'll stick with that. Hello to all of you guys. I hope you're all well. Told you, I'm not with it. I'm grumpy. Yeah, this is going to be a long night. Hello to Sir Bill Tutor of Legendshire, who got 5 out of 5 this morning, as a saxophone can be in woodwind and brass sections of the orchestra. Yeah, I got into a massive debate with one of the producers over this, and I won. So, because they wanted me to give both answers, but I ended up getting a massive debate, and we spent about half an hour going backwards and forwards on email, and eventually they went, actually, yeah, no, it's fine. But I know there are some people who have taken it as woodwind and brass. But yeah, joining in as usual with Jill and Christine and all of the YouTube live chat legends. So good evening to all of you guys. Hello to Irene. Please say thank you to Ben for spending ages yesterday trying to sort out problems on Bob's laptop. There is so many things that I can say about Ben, laptops and stuff like that, but I know he works in forensics and stuff like that, so I can't. I'm gonna have to back out of it. I could be so cruel. I could be so evil about Ben right now, but I'm not going to be. But more importantly, if I scroll back up, more importantly, forget Bob for one night. Massive, massive, massive happy birthday to you, Irene, for yesterday. I know it was your birthday yesterday, so hopefully Ben gave you a very, very good present, you know, being the dutiful son-in-law that he is. I'm sure he will have done. But yeah, hello to all of you guys. Hello to the Devonshire Dumplings. Good evening to you guys. I saw this just as I was loading up the Facebook post, and I was very, very, very confused. Can you please give a shout out to Billy, who will be doing the quiz live from a flight to Houston, traveling to watch the Texas versus Detroit Lions NFL game on Sunday? I mean, I got the NFL game part of it, but doing the quiz live from the flight? I mean, that's one way to pass the time, I suppose. I mean, I didn't know whether, you know, I'm assuming it's, well, yeah, doing the quiz live. So hello to everybody on board flight. I should have had a look, really, shouldn't I? That would have been quite funny. That would have really, you know, potentially freaked people out if they overheard what I was saying. But yeah, hello to everybody who's on the flight traveling to Houston right now. We're at a cruising altitude of 35,000 feet. If you look out onto the left-hand side, you'll see the Atlantic Ocean, and on the right-hand side, you'll see the Atlantic Ocean. We are due to arrive at some point tonight, and your cabin crew will be through shortly with some snacks. I need to get out more. But yeah, hello. Hope the flight's going well for you, Billy. Hope it's all going well, and hello to you, Karen, as well. Hello to Gary and Lisa. Gary's still trying to beat the wife Lisa, and her score of 44. I'll be honest, tonight's probably not the night, unless the categories all fall into the right way. But yeah, good luck to you guys as well. Hello to Jim and Selena. So yeah, good evening to all of you guys, and Pete and Mel as well. Hello to you guys. Hello to Robin. Can you give a shout out to my mum, Donna Lloyd, who turns 59 tomorrow and is going to enjoy her special birthday surprise? I can't really ask what the surprise is because it will ruin the surprise for tomorrow. So, but yeah, have a brilliant time tomorrow, Donna, and I am sure your surprise will be incredible. It kind of has to be. It's a surprise. So they've obviously worked out what you'd like. And yeah. So yeah, have fun tomorrow with your birthday surprise. Huzzah and good evening to the Chelmsford Collective, as they are now being known, with Anva and Deborah this evening against Colin and Kate. The scores are pretty even as we go towards the end of the year because Colin keeps a spreadsheet. I mean, to be fair, I'm a big lover of an Excel spreadsheet. So yeah, I mean, that is awesome. Is there any way you can get in it and edit some of the scores just to make it look like you are winning? I don't know. Not that I'm endorsing cheating in any way, shape, or form, but you know. Hello to Linda. I'm going to move on quickly. Hello to Linda as well. Just us two tonight. Good evening to you guys. Hello to Alison Smart as well. First quiz for about 3 weeks. Has either been playing in concerts or playing crib. Is that cribbage? I haven't played cribbage for years. We used to play it in the pub during quiet times. I'm assuming crib is cribbage. Really looking forward to it, and also catching up with the YouTube legends who I hope have been behaving themselves. Don't be daft. They never behave themselves. They always find some random topic to talk about and cause chaos with. Hello to our friends in Sweden, the 2 weird dots above the O, and good evening to Moogie and Phil. Hope you guys are well as well. Hello to Joan as well over on Instagram, and a happy birthday. 2 more happy birthdays to go. Happy birthday to Martin for tomorrow. Hope Haley has bought you something incredible, because you know you have to put up with her for 364 days of the year, so make sure it's all about you tomorrow, Martin, and hopefully she's bought you an incredible present. I'm gonna pay for that. And there was another one as well. Can you do a shout out for my mum? It's her birthday on Sunday. Is that Jeanette? I think. Yeah, I'm going to say happy birthday to Jeanette. You'll have to correct me, Baffled Toast, but I think it's Jeanette. So I will smile and nod. But yeah, massive, massive happy birthday to you. Right, we've got just over 2 minutes to go. I'm going to refresh that in just a second anyway, just to make sure it is all working. Save that. I say refreshing, I've closed it. Yeah, so it is quite a tricky quiz, and I think looking back over the scores, I have been quite sort of generous, I think, question wise recently. There's been a lot of sort of people joining hashtag Club 50, so yeah, I don't know. But yeah, hello to Monica and Alan. Good evening to you guys. Hello to Carla, who's quizzing along with her cousin Kerry this evening. So good evening to you guys. And hello to Simon and Sally Bolton from their little brother Sean in Blackpool, hoping for a 50 out of 50 tonight. I was right. It is Jeanette. Happy birthday, Jeanette, for tomorrow as well. And yeah, hello to Sean up there in Blackpool and Simon and Sally. Good evening to all of you guys. Have I got all the shout outs in there? I think so. I was getting tagged in loads. Oh, and yes, yeah, a special hello to Sir Alan Jackson of Patreonshire. It's his Panda's MOT tomorrow, so can you tell it to be good or else? I mean, yeah, like I said, MOT's sore subject. But yeah, see. So the thing is, that's really annoying me about this whole MOT situation is I'm not the kind of person to, because I used to work in there, I do have quite a lot of loyalty to some of the people who work in it, even though I am fuming with a couple of people in there. You get the surveys afterwards, so you know, would you rate the dealership, etc., etc. And I know a lot of them have got bonuses tied to it, so I'm just going to put it down to, you know, a bad situation, shall we say, a rarity, rather than punish some of the guys that I know that work in there and rely on it and they weren't part of it. So anyway, right, enough about MOTs. Smile sweetly and push the button in 2, 1, go. Welcome along, everyone. It is Thursday the 7th of November. Thank you for joining this evening for another 50 questions quiz for you tonight. Video not loading for me on YouTube. I'm gonna potentially say it might be your end, Simon. Not that you can hear me because the video's not loading on your end. Okay. Welcome along, everyone. So here we go. We're going to kick off with some history tonight for you as everyone groans. I have not done history for a bit, but here is question number 1. What was the name of Disney's first full-length animated feature film? What was the name of Disney's first full-length animated feature film? Number 2, Tufty Fluffytail was the mascot for which national safety campaign? Tufty Fluffytail was the mascot for which national safety campaign? You know, you have to come up with silly usernames. That sounds like a brilliant username. Hello, my name is Tufty Fluffytail. Just started playing a game again online. I might change my my to Tufty Fluffytail. Number 3, what nationality was Christopher Columbus? The explorer, not the film director. So what nationality was Christopher Columbus? Oh, hang on. I missed some birthdays, I think. I've just seen Colin say. Right, I'll come back to your birthday shout-outs, Colin, for the break. Number 4, name the aircraft pictured here. So name the aircraft pictured here. Number 5, 1982. What a great year. Saw fast food giant McDonald's introduce what for the first time? Was it Happy Meals, Big Mac, or breakfast? So I am the same age as one of those 3 things. See, I've done well there. I've not given away the answer. So 1982 saw fast food giant McDonald's introduce what for the first time? Was it Happy Meals, Big Mac, or breakfast? Number 6, what did the final S stand for in the TV show Tiswas? So what did the final S stand for in the TV show Tiswas? The counter's going up tomorrow, by the way, because I'm doing my final in-person quiz of the year for my friend's little lad. They're trying to raise some money for his football team. So I'm doing a smartphone quiz tomorrow night for them. It's 120 tickets they've sold. But the counter will be going up tomorrow night because I don't tend... Oh, no, actually, no, I do tend to make mistakes. We'll see it then, maybe. Number 7. Which film released in 1995 was the first entirely computer-animated film? Which film released in 1995 was the first entirely computer animated film? Number 8. Athena is the Greek goddess associated with what? Is it wisdom, war, or water?
Hi, my name is Daddy.
I was going to swear then. What the...
My name is
Quick.
Daddy.
Quickly, because I'm in the middle of the quiz.
Hello, my name is Daddy.
Right, go on. Disappear. You little doofus.
Now I'm Mini Daddy. Hi, my name is Johnny James Flynn.
Go on, disappear. All right, number 9. Which US president declared in a speech, Shut up. I did not have relations with that woman. Go on, off you go. So which US president declared in a speech, I did not have relations with that woman? I'm just deleting the word out, you know, because there are children present. One of which has just left my door open. And number 10, January 1986 saw a space shuttle break apart just 73 seconds into its flight. What was the name of the shuttle? So January 1986 saw a space shuttle break apart just 73 seconds into its flight. What was the name of the shuttle? Round 2 then with geography for you. Number 1, the River Rhine flows through many European countries. Which is its final country before it discharges into the North Sea? So the River Rhine flows through many European countries. Which is its final country before it discharges into the North Sea? It's a Jack in the Box. But boom. I don't know what his obsession is with boxes. If we ever get a delivery turn up, he always wants the box. I think that's what I might just do for Christmas. Just buy him loads of boxes. Number 2, which US state shares its name with a fast food giant? So which US state shares its name with a fast food giant? Does he play Minecraft? He plays. He's phenomenally good at Minecraft as well. It's scary. Number 3, which London street was once heralded for its flagship shopping stores has now become home to American candy stores? So which London street was once heralded for its flagship shopping stores has now become home to American candy stores? Number 4, in which continent would you find Mount Kilimanjaro? So on which continent would you find Mount Kilimanjaro? Number 5, how is the city of Ho Chi Minh more commonly known? This was rather funny because I wrote this on Tuesday, went to a quiz last night, and used this question last night. Number 6, the northern lights are caused by what? Is it magic, solar wind, nuclear power, or meteorites? I told you I really need to get out more. The northern lights are caused by what? Is it magic, the solar winds, nuclear power, or meteorites? I wrote this on Tuesday. I was giggling to myself for ages. Number 7, the Rio Bravo River flows into which body of water? Is it the Gulf of Mexico, the Pacific Ocean, or the Gulf of California? So the Rio Bravo River flows into which body of water? The Gulf of Mexico, Pacific Ocean, or the Gulf of California? Number 8, Sacramento is the capital of which US state? Number 9, the River Tagus flows past which Western Europe capital city even? The River Tagus flows past which Western Europe capital city? Mispronunciations do not count towards the counter. That's just me in general. And number 10, what percentage of Turkey falls into Europe? Is it 3, 13, 23, or 33%? So what percentage of Turkey falls into Europe? Is it 3%, 13%, 23%, or 33%? So, if after those 2 rounds there is anyone left, your final round before we go into a break is people. So this is basically what it says on the tin. It is questions and a few pictures all about people. Starting with this, number 1. What is the name of the fashion designer who is the daughter of Paul and Linda McCartney? So what is the name of the fashion designer who is the daughter of Paul and Linda McCartney? Number 2, who is this? Not the emoji in the top left-hand corner, that's me. Who is the picture in the middle of the screen? So who is this for number 2? Number 3, who was the first host of the UK version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? So who was the first host of the UK version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Number 4, which actor links the TV series Cracker with the role of Rubeus Hagrid in the Harry Potter films? So which actor links the TV series Cracker with the role of Rubeus Hagrid in the Harry Potter films? Number 5, who is this? So who is this for number 5? Number 6, the mid-20th century British stage was dominated by a trio of actors, Ralph Richardson, John Gielgud, and which other? So the mid-20th century British stage was dominated by a trio of actors, Ralph Richardson, John Gielgud, and which other? Number 7, which actress made her feature film debut in 1964 movie Mary Poppins and would go on to have an incredible career spanning many decades? So which actress made her feature film debut in the 1964 movie Mary Poppins and would go on to have an incredible career spanning many decades? Number 8, Corbett and which other made up the two Ronnies? So Messrs. Corbett and which other made up the two Ronnies? Hello. Hello, hello, hello. There we go. Number 9. Who is this? Who is that guy? So who is this for number 9? It's a random picture off of Google that I just went with that was sort of like copyright free, but I think I actually know what film that is as well, which kind of freaked me out, but I needed to double check it. I forgot about that. I might have a look in the break. I think I know what film that is as well. It's a brilliant film. And your final question for the first part of the quiz, number 10. What is the surname of legendary fashion designer Vivienne? What is the surname of legendary fashion designer Vivienne? There you go. That's your first 30 questions then this evening. If anyone is left after history, geography, and people, you can recap the first 30 questions now up on the hub or jvpqquestions.com, as it's called around these parts. That's how you can get there, or you can scan the QR code on the screen. When you land on the website, click on the recap menu, click on today's date, which is the 7th of November, click on part 1, and the code, it will ask you for a code to enter, and the code you need is 070141. That's 070141, and that will gain you access to recap those first 30 questions and the pictures as well. I'm going to take a 7-minute break. Everything is not set up on the breaks. Where's it all gone? That. That's on there as well. Okay, that was weird. But yeah, I'm going to take a 7-minute... Yeah, see, that's... yeah, before I do, that good timing, Colin, because, yeah, I think it's that film as well. But you've just reminded me, I meant to say happy birthday to 2 people on your behalf. Where are you? There you go. It's because you didn't tag me in, that's why. Happy birthday to Anne. It's her birthday today. And second is Edna. The second is Edna, who's supposed to be playing the quiz live for the first time tonight. So I believe they're both your sisters, Colin. So yeah, happy birthday to Anne, and hello as well to Edna. Welcome along to the madness. And yeah, I'm convinced it's that film, but I'm going to check in the break. Right, on that note, here is a 7-minute break, and I'll be back with answers after this. Okay, answers then in about a minute's time. Just give you a last final minute to come on. There's loads of you still on the website in the minute, so I'll give you another minute just to put your final answers down. Been stuck on a puzzle all day. I was just having another look at it then, still no closer to finishing it. So it's one of these. Some notifications are off. It's one of those kind of, what are they called? Nonograms, that's it. Yeah, so it's one of those kind of things. So trying to the 25 by 25 grid, so I'm a bit stuck on it, to be honest. Okay, that's enough time. Right, okay, let's give you the answers then to the first 30 this evening. Kicked off then tonight with history. Sorry, it's number one. What was the name of Disney's first full-length animated feature film? Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Which, I need to open up my spreadsheet anyway. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. No, I don't want that one. I want the original, that one there. Yeah, 1937. Number two, Tufty Fluffytail was the mascot for which national safety campaign? It was the Green Cross Code. And then after Tufty Fluffytail, you ended up with the Green Cross Code Man. The Tufty Fluffytail, I think, was like 60s, 70s. Then you had Green Cross Code Man. I don't even know if they still teach it in schools. I'll have to ask Jack. Number three, what nationality was Christopher Columbus the explorer, not the director? He was Italian. Number four, name the aircraft that is a Spitfire. Number five, 1982 saw fast food giant McDonald's introduce what for the first time? It was breakfast. On the note of breakfast and fast food restaurants, they don't do it anymore, but I think this. I'm starting to think this was in my head, and I know it wasn't, because I'm sure I had it more than once. But I think Kentucky that used to be on Oxford Street towards the Marble Arch end. I think they did a breakfast trial where they did like eggy bread and bacon and hash browns and stuff, and I'm convinced they did it. It would have been late 2000s. I'm sure they did, but no one I've spoken to from London remembers Kentucky doing that, so I'm starting to think it might have been in my own head, but there you go. Number six, what did the final S stand for in the TV show Tiswas? It was smile. Number seven, which film released in 1995 was the first entirely computer animated film? It was Toy Story. Number eight, Athena is the Greek goddess associated with wisdom. Heavily related, me and Athena, as you can tell. Number nine, which US president declared in a speech, I did not have relations with that woman? It was Bill Clinton. And number 10, January 1986, saw a space shuttle break apart just 73 seconds into its flight. What was the name of the shuttle? It was Challenger. Round two, geography. Number one, the River Rhine flows through many European countries. Which is its final country before it discharges into the North Sea? It is the Netherlands. Number two, which US state shares its name with a fast food giant? I've already mentioned it a minute ago. It's Kentucky. In fact, I've mentioned two of the answers. Good job I did it in the answers, really. But yeah, I've just mentioned two of the answers to the questions coming up. Number three, which London street was once heralded through its flagship shopping stores has now become home to American candy stores? It is Oxford Street. Number four, in which continent would you find Mount Kilimanjaro? It is Africa. Number five, how is the city of Ho Chi Minh more commonly known? It's Saigon. Number six, the Northern Lights were caused by what? I'd love for it to have been magic, but it's not. It is solar winds. Imagine if it were... Yeah, the Northern Lights are caused by magic. Number seven, the Rio Bravo River flows into which body of water? It's the Gulf of Mexico. Number 8, Sacramento is the capital of California. As I learned watching the US election, 54 electoral vote. I learned a lot on early hours of Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. Number 9, the River Tagus flows past which Western Europe capital city? It is Lisbon. That took me 10 minutes following the river. The River Tagus is a very long river, but it took me a while following that on Google Maps, trying to work out just to see what other cities it may have flown past, flown through, and it doesn't flow past any other European capital city. Number 10, what percentage of Turkey falls into Europe? It is 3%. I thought that was more when I looked into it, but no, 3% of Turkey is in the European continent. And people, number 1, what is the name of the fashion designer who is the daughter of Paul and Linda McCartney? It is Stella McCartney. Number 2, who is this? That is Coco Chanel. Number 3, who was the first host of the UK version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? It is Chris Tarrant. Or it was Chris Tarrant, it's now Jeremy Clarkson. Number 4, which actor links the TV series Cracker with the role of Rubeus Hagrid in the Harry Potter films? It's Robbie Coltrane. Number 5, who is this? That is Vera Lynn. Number 6, the mid-20th century British stage was dominated by a trio of actors: Ralph Richardson, John Gielgud, and Laurence Olivier. I was thinking about this earlier. So John Gielgud gets a theatre named after him. Laurence Olivier gets awards named after him. Does Ralph Richardson get anything named after him? I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to have a look. Number 7, which actress made her feature film debut in the 1964 movie Mary Poppins and would go on to have an incredible career spanning many decades? It's Julie Andrews. Number 8, Corbett and Barker make up the two Ronnies. Number 9, who is this? That is John Cleese, and I was right. It is. That picture is from the film Clockwise, which is a brilliant British film. If you've never seen it, I've not seen it for a while, but I might have to. I'll see if it's on any streaming sites, because it is a brilliant British film. Very underrated, I think. And finally, number 10, what is the surname of legendary fashion designer Vivienne? It is Westwood. Right, tot your scores up. 30 points available for you so far. How are you doing? Yes, tot your scores up. Give your answer sheets back to whoever you've got them originally from. I'm just going to do that. If I point it down low enough, I might be right. Just because I've got this hot water bottle, I had it on my back, and now I've got it over my knee because I smashed my knee into my worktop this week. Yes, I know, accident prone. I'm sweating quite a bit. If I do that, it's on low. It's not peaking. Anyway, right. Still to come, a connections round, which I know I say this quite a lot, but this, I think if you get the answers, it should be relatively straightforward. However, getting the answers could be the thing that decides whether or not you get the connection round. They're not obvious answers to this, I don't think, tonight. Ben there getting 20 out of 30 on his own, while Vicky replugs in Alexa, trying to get it to work. Right, well, yeah, on that point, scores are coming through. So, round 4 then, as always, tonight is your connections round. 9 questions. Question number 10, what links the 9 answers together? 20 out of 30. Can I get a bonus point, as I also thought it was clockwise? Yeah. Depends if you're playing against your dad, Simeon. Oh, it's Robinson. If you're not playing against anyone, then yeah, have the bonus points, fine. So yeah, here we go. 9 questions. Question number 10, what links the 9 answers together? Starting then with this. Number 1, what can go in front of Yarmouth, Dane, and Gatsby? No, the connection is not. They all begin with a chemical element. I've learnt my lesson from that. Number 2, what E describes someone of a greater age? I used this phrase 3 times last night. What E describes someone of a greater age? Describes. Spelling mistakes do not count towards mistakes in the quiz, just so you all know. I can't spell. Number 3, what M completes the title of this 1960 film? The what 7? What M completes the title of this 1960 film? The what 7? No. Haley, you couldn't be further wrong, just so you know. Number 4, what P describes being free from disturbance and a tranquil state? So what P describes being free from disturbance and a tranquil state? I have got a clue. I will leave it to the patrons before I go into the break, because I do have a clue, and if it is showing to be very, very tricky, I have a clue, which again isn't obvious, but it just may give you a hint. So they can decide if you get the clue, basically. Number 5, someone persecuted for their beliefs is called what, beginning with M? So someone persecuted for their beliefs is called what, beginning with M? Number 6, someone who is not prepared for an upcoming event is said to be what? This was the last one I found, and it was I'll be honest, a bit of a stretch to fit this in. Yes, I had the dictionary out again, Liz, yeah. But someone who is not prepared for an upcoming event is said to be what? Just so you know, the answer is not in the question. It is a completely unrelated word. Number 7, what C describes someone who wins a country by war? So what C describes someone who wins a country by war? Just to preempt, Patreons, keep it clean in the Patreon Discord server, please. Number 8, combine. Oh, yeah. Combine a jungle animal and an organ for a word to describe a person of exceptional courage and bravery. So combine a jungle animal and an organ for a word to describe a person of exceptional courage and bravery. Oh, it's very much split down the middle now. Some of you got it on... What was 6? Really? Number 9, what can either be a Thai knot or a Berkshire home of a royal castle? As I said, spelling mistakes do not count towards that because I can't spell. What can either be a Thai knot or a Berkshire home of a royal castle? And as always, question 10, what links them all together? General knowledge then to wrap up this evening's quiz. That has actually really split everyone down the middle in our Patreon Discord server, so who knows what it's doing to the rest of you. General knowledge then, 10 random questions to finish off tonight, starting with this. Number 1. Which actor links the voice of Mufasa in The Lion King and Darth Vader in Star Wars? Luke, I am your father. Number 2, what M is the thick, dark syrup separated from raw sugar in the manufacturing process? In the words of a song, Hayley, whoa, you're halfway there. I wouldn't say living on a prayer, but you're halfway there. Number 3, what F is a traditional Japanese style of bedding? Word then used for other meanings down the line, but what F is traditional Japanese style of bedding? Number 4, the phrase live long and prosper comes from which sci-fi franchise? So the phrase live long and prosper comes from which sci-fi franchise? Why is it whenever I hear live long and prosper, I always then think of the comedy TV show Mork and Mindy. Nano, nano. Number 5, Lisa del Gioconda is the subject of which painting? Lisa del Gioconda is the subject of which painting? Number 6, what does this road sign mean? So what does this road sign mean? Answers that aren't accepted are things like Evel Knievel drives here and others. Number 7, I don't care, I pronounce it my way. Which is the northernmost archipelago of the UK? My way of pronouncing it. Which is the northernmost archipelago of the UK? I think it sounds better that way as well. Archipelago. Nah, archipelago. And to be honest, if you broke it down phonetically, that is the way it should be pronounced. Arch, e, pel, ego. Number 8, Sir Robert Walpole on paper is the longest serving UK Prime Minister, but how long was he in office for? Is it 10, 15, 20 or 25 years? So Sir Robert Walpole on paper is the longest serving UK Prime Minister, but how long was he in office for? Is it 10, 15, 20 or 25 years? And straight away, the first thing that comes into my head is the meme from Titanic. It's been 84 years. Number 9, in which musical would you find the songs Oh, What a Circus, Another Suitcase in Another Hall, and You Must Love Me? That's not a suggestion, it's just one of the songs from the show. And then your final question for this evening, number 10. What was the name of the space program that landed astronauts on the moon? So what was the name of the space program that landed astronauts on the moon? So that is all of your questions then for this evening. They're up now on the hub if you want to recap those final 20. A lot of you are getting quite a connection on question number 6, which has surprised me, to be honest. Very confused by that, because I'd never heard of number 6. Anyway, right, yeah, so it's up on the hub now. Head on over there now if you want a recap on those final 20. Remember, click on today's date and then click on part 2. The code you need for the second part is 0702370237. I'm going to take another 7 minutes, and then when I come back, we'll go through the answers and see how you did with the final 20. completely oblivious to the fact that the timer had finished. Right. Yeah, last minute, and then I'll go through the answers. Don't forget, I'm back on Saturday night with another 50-question quiz for you. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to tomorrow night. So I quite like doing little things like that because it's a friend. I say it's a friend of mine to raise money for their his son's football teams. So yeah, they've sold 120 tickets, so it should be good fun. Speed quizzing as well, so it's rapid fire, quick stuff. Right, I think that's enough time. Okay, let's go through the final 20 then for this evening. Let me just load that up because I need to have those. There we go. Cool. Okay, here we go. Connections round 4. Number 1. What can go in front of Yarmouth, Dane, and Gatsby? It is great. Great. Number 2. What E describes someone of a greater age? It is elder. 2. I play with a quiz on Wednesday nights. I said to them about 3 times last night, respect your elders, because they're both younger than me. Number 3, what M completes the title of this 1960 film? It's The Magnificent Seven. Number 4, what P describes being free from disturbance and a tranquil state? It is peaceful. And number 5, someone persecuted for their beliefs is called what? Beginning with M, it is martyr. Number 6, someone who is not prepared for an upcoming event is set to be what? It is unready. I can't believe so many of you knew. I never heard of this one until I started researching this connection route. Number 7, what C describes someone who wins a country by war? It is conqueror. Number 8, combine a jungle animal, so lion, and an organ for a word to describe a person of exceptional courage and bravery. It is Lionheart. I put that question. I had Lionheart, and I am one of the 23 in the Lionheart squad, but I thought it was very egotistical to write a question that said, what was the name of the award that I was given by the England FA along with 22 other people? I thought that was a bit egotistical to put that in the quiz, so I went with that. Number 9, what can either be a tie knot or a Berkshire home of a royal castle? It is Windsor. And so, what links those 9 answers together? They are all English kings. So going from the top, you've got Alfred the Great, Edward the Elder, Edmund the Magnificent. Oh, the clue I was going to give, by the way, is they are all in order. So yeah, Alfred the Great, Edward the Elder, Edmund the Magnificent, Edgar the Peaceful, Edward the Martyr, Ethelred the Unready, William the Conqueror, Richard the Lionheart, and Edward of Windsor. So yeah, all English kings. General knowledge number 1, which actor links the voice of Mufasa in The Lion King and Darth Vader in Star Wars? It's James Earl Jones. If you've put kings, that's fine. You can have a point for kings. Number 2, what M is the thick, dark syrup separated from raw sugar in the manufacturing process? It is molasses. Number 3, what F is a traditional Japanese style of bedding? I briefly think it possibly may have given the answer away with what I said afterwards, but it's futon. So that it originates in Japan as the bedding. So it's basically a little mattress that they lay out on the floor, very comfortable, etc. And all the bedding and stuff that goes with it is called a futon. But then in Western culture, it's then been adapted into sort of like fold out beds and stuff like that. You know, the wooden ones and, you know, low to the ground. So yeah, futon. Number 4, the phrase live long and prosper comes from which sci-fi franchise? It is Star Trek. Number 5, Lisa del Gioconda is the subject of the Mona Lisa. Number 6, what does this road sign mean? No, it is not Evel Knievel. It is not stunts being performed in this area. It means no vehicles. Number 7, which is the northernmost archipelago of the UK? It is the Shetland Isles. Number 8, Sir Robert Walpole on paper is the longest serving UK Prime Minister, and he was in office for 20 years. Number 9, in which musical would you find the songs Oh What a Circus, Another Suitcase in Another Hall, and You Must Love Me? It is Evita. And finally, number 10, what was the name of the space program that landed astronauts on the moon? It was the Apollo space program. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is your 50 questions for you this evening. Tot your scores up and see how you got. Oh, yeah, I need to push a button, don't I? That might help. There we go. Facebook and Instagram post is winging its way as we speak to social media, but by the time this gets through the delay to you, it should be there. Actually saying that, it's taking a while to publish. There we go. It's there. But if you need a tie-breaking question, or if you just want to play along for fun, it is this tonight. And I meant to do this on Saturday and completely forgot and went with a different one. So it is this. How many barrels of gunpowder were set up under the Houses of Parliament as part of the gunpowder plot? Remember, nearest to it gets the point. If you end up on the same point, or if you end up on the same distance apart, play rock, paper, scissors as usual. Okie dokie, in 3, 2, 1, it is, sorry, something's just confused me. It is 36. Where's that gone? Sorry, I'm a bit confused. Oh, it's gone. Sorry. So I've posted it and it's gone on to stories for some reason as well on Facebook. That's what's baffled me. It hasn't gone story anyway. Yeah, 36 barrels were used in the gunpowder plot. That's how many they found underneath. There we go. That is it for this evening. Thank you very much for being here tonight, as always. So yeah, I'm back on Saturday with another 50 questions. If I don't see you Saturday, I will see you all next Thursday. Let me know your scores. Share them with me over on socials, on Instagram and Facebook. And I will see you all soon. Have a great week if I don't see you. If not, I'll see you in a couple of days on Saturday. As always for me, take care. Stay safe.